Oh yeah. Drop it for a nigga. Back that ass up like it's 1999. Back that ass up like it's 1999. Back that ass up like it's 1999. Baby, let me drop it for me one more time.
My man Big K.R.I.T got probably one of the hottest records out this year. He released a new single on his album, Forever Is a Mighty Long Time. The single is actually called 1999. And it actually features Lloyd. Lloyd is also on the hook, as well as he has his own verse throughout the song. To me personally, it's like one of my favorite records right now, one of the hottest records out right now. Like I alluded to, Forever Is a Mighty Long Time. That's the album that it's on, and it came out like 4 months ago. But I think once, you know, the record finally, you know, picks up, I think people will notice not only that song, but the album as well. If you don't know, or if you haven't heard it, it's definitely a play on Juvenile's old record that came out in 1999, called Back That Ass Up. That record is definitely a classic record, definitely a hot song. Just in case you haven't heard it or you too young to remember, take a listen.
Cash Money Records taking over for the 99 in the 2000. Girl, you're working with smash hand. Your bad jam make a nigga spend his cash hand. His last hand holds pound with your pass hand. They mad jam, you can ride in the jag hand. With that hand, you can.
As far as Big K.R.I.T's record, 1999, I think it's a good song, man. And if you listen to it, it's not only a sample of Juvenile's record, but it's also a play on God's Piece of My Love record.
Please hush. No questions asked. Baby, I have to relax, girl.
Not only is the beat sampled from that particular song, but Lloyd's hook that's on the record, on Big K.R.I.T actual record, he take pieces of God's record, Piece of My Love. I think it's definitely a hot record, man. Definitely a dope record. It's a part of a double disc CD that, you know, he released maybe like I think like October. He released it around then. Part of a double disc CD. He recently left Def Jam. I think he's trying to find himself as an artist, man. And me personally, me truly, man, Big K.R.I.T been around a long time, man. And I think, you know, success is well deserved if it comes his way, man. I hope he just, you know, receives the success that he's looking for without actually giving up a piece of himself. He did do an interview with Rolling Stone. Go check that out. It's very transparent, very personal. He talks about, you know, his life, music, how he was, you know, constantly drinking, and how it really affected his life and affected his music, man. And he's just trying to get back to, you know, the roots and the things that he used to do, man. I think he's a cool artist. I remember when he first came out, my little brother, he was always talking about Big K.R.I.T like every day. Listen to his music. Like when I would ride with him and he would ride with me, that's what we would listen to. And this was like 2009, 2010, man. So he has a good fan base. He has good, you know, music as well. And he always do like conscious records, but every now and then, you know, he would also throw in commercial records. So like I said, man, I hope he does receive the success that he's looking for as far as the artist. I think he deserves it, man. I remember him talking about the times he would, I think he went, when he was living in Atlanta, he would, you know, choose to go to the studio versus eating or versus getting like the necessities that he needed. He would rather, you know, work on his music, man. I think, you know, from an artist standpoint, I think success, I think he deserved that, man. I think, you know, he needs that. He also has another single with T.I. called Big Bank. Go check that out. Definitely a cool record, man. I think they shot a video for it pretty recently. If I'm not mistaken, the video is out on YouTube. Go check it out, man. And go check out the interview as well with Rolling Stone, man. I think some people will enjoy the read. It's very personal, man. I thought it was like kind of eye-opening that somebody would, you know, talk about their personal struggles or their personal habits, man, and just reveal that to the world, man. I think he's trying to find himself as an artist, man. He's a cool artist, and I think leaving Def Jam is I think it was one of the good steps, man, because you really don't need a label today, maybe a distribution deal, but how everything is connected, you know, social media, the streaming services, the platforms. I think you as an artist will have, you know, a way to get your music out there without necessarily needing someone to tell you how to make your music or how to construct your albums or what to put out and when to put it out, man. He also has a tour coming out. Heavy is the Crown with Saha the Prince. Also some guest features from other artists, one in particular, Ty Dolla $ign. That tour is coming up. I think it's a month or 2 months long. So if you're a Big K.R.I.T fan, man, or you just trying to hear some new music, man, go check out his tour. Go check out his interview. Listen to his new songs. And I say that, man, I'm trying to push K.R.I.T because, man, I think he deserves the respect and the credit, man. I remember that time he did an interview. I mean, not an interview. He did a show in New York, and they booed him off the stage. And, you know, he gave them a piece of his mind before he left, telling everybody, yo, he really does music. He really loves music. And he's a real artist, man.
I'm from a place where people don't even think we do hip-hop, son. The people don't think we rap. So at the end of the day, I'm still here to express where I'm from and what I do. It's Mississippi, well connected to New York. I came way up here to appreciate this hip-hop thing with y'all. So if you boo me, it's cool, fam. I can't stop you from doing that. But I'm from a place where they don't even think I rap, son.
And I think he is a real artist, man. So go check him out, man. Go check out the streaming services and check out his songs on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon. Just go check the man out, man, and support the man, man. Big K.R.I.T, 1999. I'm Chamberlain, status only. Check in with us.
Working with some ass, yeah. You bad, yeah. Making niggas spend this cash, yeah. This last year, girl, you're working with some ass, yeah. You bad, yeah. Making niggas spend this cash.
She say I only love the way she drop it.